Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my auction for the Flux Capacitor Halloween costume. Here's the costume. From the front view you can see it looks just like it did in the movie with the red lettering tape and all the parts and everything inside. I modeled just after the prop in the movie. It also blinks and the lights pulse just like it did in the movie. I'll show you how that works. On the left hand side there's a total of 4 controls. Right here the red light, the red switch turns on case lights. There's a total of 4 LEDs, one at each corner of the inside, so it just kind of lights up the inside. You can see all the parts for better visibility. The yellow switch, when you turn that on, starts the pulsing, and it also turns on an LED and this green slide potentiometer that you use to vary the speed of the pulsing. And last but not least, there's a blue switch, and what that does is it turns on blue lights to make the flux capacitor look like it did when you hit 88 miles an hour in the movie. And I'll show you what all that looks like in the front. So here's just a shot with everything off, and I'll turn on the case lights, and you can see everything gets a little bit more lit up inside. They're not really strong, but it'll help in a dark room or just to see everything with a little more detail. Now I'll turn on the pulsing with the yellow switch. So now the pulsing's on, and I can use the green slide potentiometer here to vary the speed of the pulsing. Right now that's the slowest setting, and that's the fastest setting, and that's about medium. And last but not least, the blue switch turns on the blue lights, so it makes it look like it did when you hit 88 miles an hour in the movie. But each one of these switches can be operated independently or in conjunction with the other ones. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. You can turn each one of them on and off individually. So that's just the blue light, and that's nothing, that's with everything off. Now I'll show you a little bit of how the inside works of the flux capacitor. So we're going through one of these armholes there. Everything runs off of 8 AA batteries. You can see them right there. The batteries will not be included in the auction. You got to supply your own batteries. The power then goes through these cables, through a 1 amp fuse, to the back side of these 3 switches here that I showed you just before, and then through this rainbow ribbon cable to the first of 3 custom-made circuit boards. I had to make circuit boards just for this project. I couldn't find any off-the-shelf circuit boards that would work. So the first circuit board connects to the second one through this rainbow ribbon cable. It connects right there, and then over to the third one over here. And connecting all 3 circuit boards together is what makes the lights synchronized, pulsing in towards the center. Okay, so I showed you about how the flux capacitor works. This is what it actually looks like when it's worn as a costume. So you can just see it's a big box that rests on my shoulders. There's foam padding on the top so it doesn't get uncomfortable after a while resting on my shoulders. The switches that I told you about can easily be accessed on the left side here. So first I'll turn on the case lights, and now the pulsing, and I'll vary the speed of the pulsing. That's the fastest, that's the slowest, and medium, and then the blue lights. That's basically it. Happy Halloween, happy bidding.